Hey guys, welcome back to Cloud Pathshala. My name is Tanwar. Today we're gonna discuss about AWS System Manager, how we can update the patches of our instances using AWS System Manager. So System Manager is a service provided by AWS itself to manage our instances. We can manage our inventory, we can manage the patches of our instances using System Manager. Now, to manage the patches of our instances, we have to use the SSM agent, or we can say we have to install the SSM agent in our instances. We can install the SSM agent on cloud instances, and it works with on-prem instances as well. There are several ways to install the SSM agent on our instances. We can manually download the agent and install on instance, or we can assign a IAM role or policy to AWS instance for quick setup of SSM. In this video, we will see all the steps to install the SSM agent in instances and the process to manage the patches of our instances. First of all, you have to log in into your console. Here, you can type SSM. This is our SSM portal. Here you can see what we were discussing about fleet manager, compliance, inventory, session manager, run command, or patch manager. We will see how patch manager works, how run command works, and before this we need to see how we can install the SSM agent in our instances. I'll just create a fresh VM, or I will create two fresh VMs. One is Linux and one is Windows. You can watch my video on EC2, how we can create a EC2. So this creation will take time. Meanwhile, we can see how we can create the role to set up a SSM agent in our instances. From SSM itself, you can configure IAM role. Let's see how. For detailed session, you can watch my video on IAM. Here, you have to create. We will go with the host management, and this host management will configure a IAM role to enable the SSM capabilities for EC2. Let's see how we can create. So we have to select these items, update system manager every 2 weeks, select inventory, scan instance for missing patches daily. If you want, you can select CloudWatch agent option as well. Okay, create. So you can see here, IAM role has been created. That is Amazon SSM role for instance quick setup. So a new instance is ready. Let's see how we can install the SSM agent manually. Let's connect this machine. Here we can Google it, SSM agent download. Now you will get the link. You have to just copy this link and paste it. Let's paste the link here. It will download the agent. Let's run it. Okay, installation is done. You can see the message, installation successfully completed. To make sure, you can check the service if it is running or not. Amazon SSM agent service is running. Okay, now let's see in the inventory if it is visible in SSM inventory. Here you can see now our second system is also visible in the inventory. Third method, you can launch an instance with IAM role, which we have just created. Okay, I'm going with Ubuntu. Prestige file. In advanced details, you can attach the role which you have created, that is Amazon SSM role for instance quick setup, and launch the instance. Okay, our VM is ready. Check in inventory, refresh the page. Now you can see machine we just created with IAM role is already in the inventory. So we have attached the IAM role with this VM during creation, and you can see the SSM agent has been installed on this, and this is under our inventory. Now the next step is patch manager, how we can deploy the patches. SSM agent installation is done. We have two methods, either we can schedule the patches or we can deploy the patches immediately. Let's see the scheduling option first. You have to create a patch policy, just name it patch policy, and these are the options you have to select from. With scan, you will only be able to scan the patches in the server. Server will show the available patches but will not install. With scan and install, it will scan. After scanning, it will install the patches. For both, you can set your own schedule. The next option is reboot if needed. If you want the servers to reboot automatically after the installation of the patches, then you can select it. If not, you can unselect it. Now the next thing is patch baseline. Patch baseline is where we define our patch criteria, like what patch we want to install on our instances. Either it can be critical, secure patches, or it can be for our application only, or it can be for our operating system only. Either you can use Amazon default baseline or you can create your own. So in Amazon baseline, we don't know what parameters they are using. They are pushing critical patches, or they are installing the application patches with OS patches as well. So better you can create your custom baseline. I'll show you how we can create a custom baseline after this. Next option is for log storage. If you want, you can save them in your S3 bucket. If not required, you just unselect this option. So this is our region where our instances are hosted. Now the option is you want to push the patches on all managed nodes. Managed nodes means where our SSM agent is installed, or you can define the tag. So I'm defining the tag here, patch is equal to true. This is our tag value. Wherever this tag is attached with any instance, it will automatically post the patches on that instance. Let's attach the tag on this. I'm just attaching a tag here, patch. Now our SSM manager will read the tag and will start pushing the patches on the instance. This is the rate control you can keep on default. Now create. So we have scheduled our policy. You can see on the taskbar it is being generated. Okay, our policy has been created. Now let's see the second method, which is immediate deployment of patches. Before that, I'll show you how we can create a custom baseline. Let's go to the patch manager. Here you can see baseline option. So these are the predefined baselines. Now we can create a custom baseline as per our requirement. ABC baseline. I'm creating it for Windows. You can make it default whenever you're gonna deploy the patches, by default patch baseline, so it will automatically use this baseline. So here you can select your Windows system, or you can keep it on all, so it will applicable for all Windows system. Here you can define the severities of patches, like all patches you want to install, or only critical or important patches you want to install, you can select it. Classifications means you want to install the critical updates or drivers, security updates, tools, or any other updates you want to install. You can keep it on all, or if there is any particular requirement, then you can select it accordingly. So I'm just selecting critical updates, and compliance reporting I'm selecting for criticals. This rule was for operating system. Now next is for applications. You can install your application patches as well using SSM. For which application you want to install the patches: Active Directory, Azure Connect, Machine Agent, your Exchange, Microsoft Azure. You can select the service from here and apply the patches for same as well. Okay, suppose if you want to apply the patches for Active Directory, critical patches, product all, and specify the classifications or critical patches you want to install, and compliance critical patches. If there is any patch exception, you can mention the KB number here. You can mention the tag like we mentioned earlier, and create the baseline. Okay, you can see create patch baseline request succeeded. Our baseline has been created. Let's see. So this patch baseline we have created ABC, and if you want to set it as default, you can set it as default, but right now it is not default. How you can set it default? Set default patch baseline. So now this is our default baseline for Windows system. Okay, let's see how it works. I'm going into the patch manager. For the immediate patches, how we can install the patches on immediate basis, you have to click patch now, again scan and install, reboot if you can, if you have the downtime. If not, you can select another option, do not reboot my instance, or you can schedule a reboot time whenever you want to reboot your instance as per scheduled downtime. Now you can select here your instances. You want to apply the patches on all the managed instances, or you want to apply the patches only for specific instance. How you can define the specific instance? Using tag value, or you can choose instance manually. Here I'll choose my instance manually. I'm applying the patch on my other VM. Here you can store the logs if you want. Earlier we didn't select any S3 bucket. Now here I'm selecting S3 bucket where I want to store the logs. Okay, click on patch now. It will start scanning the patches or your instance. Once scanning is done, it will start installing the patches. It will take some time. You can see status is under pending. Here you can see patch installation is successful on the VM. Now we have installed the patches on two VMs. Let's see the compliance status of both the VMs. So we can see here both the VMs are compliant on which we deploy the patch. Both are showing compliant. Now there is a third method to install the patches using run command. You have to click on run command, search the command type, that is patch. You have to select run patch baseline. Option is install. Rest you have to keep it on default. Reboot option you can select as per your requirement, if you want automatically reboot or manual reboot. As we did in last method, we can select our instance. Same, if you want to save the logs, you can select S3 bucket. If not, You can unmark it. Rest option, if required, if you want any notification, you can set the notification. If patches are complete, failed, or success, so it will send you the notification. Let's run. Now it will show the progress here, and we will also able to see the outputs when this process will be completed. It is in progress right now. It will take some time. These all are the methods to update the pages of our instances, and we can access our instance using SSM. How we can do that? Let's see. So here in Session Manager, connect. It will allow you to connect with your instance. That's all for today's video. We'll meet in next video with new topic. If you like the content, you can share it with your friends so they can learn and grow technically. See you in next video.